Everybody, David here, and we're going to take a look at one of the new sub-races in the new Sword Coast Adventurers Guide. And this particular look-through, we're going to take a look at the very rare GhostWise Halfling. Now, whenever you choose a core race, you will get a numerous amount of racial features. And, if you choose the GhostWise Halfling, you will get a numerous amount of base Halfling traits. And it starts with raising your dexterity by 2. Your age will reach adulthood. Your Halfling will reach adulthood at about 20 and will generally live in the middle of her second century. So the alignment for Halflings, play the Halfling how you want to play it. Don't let an alignment tag ruin your experience with a character. So if you want to play a character good, play him good. If you want to play a Halfling neutral, you can play a Halfling neutral. Even though it says most Halflings are all usually lawful good, that doesn't matter. If you want to play an evil Halfling, play an evil Halfling. It's ultimately up to you. Now, next is your size and speed. So seeing that the Halfling is super small, you're going to weigh about 40 pounds, and your actual size is going to be 3 feet, which is going to actually make you a small character. And to go along with a small character, you're going to have small little bitty legs, and your base walking speed is going to be 25 feet compared to 30 feet most of the other medium classes like the Tiefling and the Human and the other races. Now, next you're going to get a very nice racial feature called Lucky. And this is where if you roll a 1 on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw, you can re-roll the die and you must use the new roll. And with Lucky, you can see that it doesn't have a certain amount of times you can use this per day. This is not like the Lucky feat. The Lucky feat, you can only use it so many times a day, but when you are a Halfling, you are just automatically racially lucky, and anytime you roll a 1 on an attack, ability check, or saving throw, re-roll the die, got to take the new roll. Really nice. One of the stronger racial features. You're also going to get Brave, and for the Halfling, this is where you're going to gain advantage on saving throws against being frightened. So in case you don't know what advantage is, in D&D 5th edition, advantage is you roll twice and you take the highest roll. Next you'll get Halfling Nimbleness, which is where you can move through the space of any creature that is of a size larger than you. So if you are fighting, say, a human, you can actually move through that enemy space. It is large, you are small. It is medium, you are small. It is one size larger. You can use your Halfling Nimbleness and cruise right through a space where normally you would not be able to do that. Alright, for languages, you're going to be able to speak, read, and write Common and Halfling. And, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at the new sub-race, the very rare GhostWise Halfling. Now, the GhostWise Halfling is a Forgotten Realms type. It's a sub-race of the Halfling, obviously. They're the rarest kind, and they're only found in the Chandlewood and a few other isolated forests, and they always usually establish really tight-knit clans. They really don't trust anyone. They're very mistrustful of outsiders. And to see a GhostWise adventurer is super rare. So you're going to need to ask your DM if you can play a GhostWise Halfling, which, I'm sure if you come up with some great backstory, woo your dungeon master, I'm sure he or she will allow you to play one of the very rare GhostWise Halflings. So, along with the core Halfling traits that you're going to get, or features, you're going to gain several more just for being a GhostWise Halfling. And the first one is your Wisdom score will now increase by 1. And the last one is very interesting, called Silent Speech. And this is where you're going to be able to speak telepathically to any creature within 30 feet of you. Now, the creature understands you only if the two of you share a language. So, you're going to have to share the same language, unfortunately. And you can speak telepathy in this way to one creature at a time and one creature at a time only. So, all right, there you go, everybody. What do you guys think of the GhostWise Halfling? They're very rare. I do like silent speech. So tell me if you DMs out there, would you let your players play a GhostWise Halfling? Or you players out there, would you try to play one of these GhostWise Halflings? I'll tell you what, it would bring up some pretty interesting roleplay with you using silent speech, especially within the party. That could be pretty interesting to see what would happen. So feel free to leave a comment down below, and until next time, have a great one.